everyone, and welcome back to All the Mods 9. We are back, and as per usual, we've been doing a lot of Greg Tech, like a decent amount of Greg Tech, to the point where I've been starting episodes making false claims that we're not going to be doing Greg Tech, and then we end up doing Greg Tech. It's been pretty fun. I will be honest, it's sort of... The reason why I'm struggling to do anything else is that I am enjoying the Greg Tech. It's painful at the time, but there is something satisfying about like finally getting these machines. And as much as I want to keep pushing it, and we likely will for a number of reasons, one reason being eventually we'll get some really cool machines that can actually be worthwhile to use. But on top of that, look at this thing. There's a Greg Star. So that's something. It doesn't even have a recipe. I tried looking it up just then. It's not there. So we've got that to look forward to. But there's also an ATM star, right? And so as much as we're going to be Greg Teching it up likely in the future, I do need to force myself to do a little bit of ATM, a little bit of all the modium chasing and whatnot. And so I'm going to try to get all of the core pieces. So by that I mean we've got all the modium. Kind of. Honestly, I could probably get away with bookmarking this stuff too. We're getting this from the mining dimension currently, and that's pretty cool. Vibranium you can get from the nether, apparently, in Warped Forest and Crimson Forest. Now, why I say apparently, despite it telling me that's how you get it, is that in the past, that isn't how you got it. In the past, you would get a teleport pad, one of these guys, and as you can see by the description, this can take you from the overworld to the mining dimension, or from the nether to the other. And so let's go ahead and show that off. Do we have a teleport in there? We do. Lava/ender. Here we go. This should hopefully take us to our nether unless I've broken something. Yep, here we go. And so by placing it in here, and hopefully not breaking anything, I should be able to teleport by shift right clicking into the other. And boy oh boy am I glad that I brought a jetpack. What? We're at Y64. This is a new... you guys won't be able to see anything. Hold on. I've got a button for that. Boom. Nice. There we go. So I actually have not seen this dimension as it currently is, if that makes sense. Back in my day... Wait. Oh! Flight's disabled. Look at the bottom left. You can't actually use the jetpack in here. Okay. Let's just say I'm very glad I brought some resources to get out of here. Okay, keep that in mind when you jump in here. It will be fun to try and cheese my way past this flight being disabled, although I'm sure they've thought of everything that I'm about to think of. But honestly, that makes this dimension just that little bit scarier. So already from where we're standing, do we see any... Well, no, not really. What's this? Ancient vines from all the modium? Okay, I mean, I guess we do have our Silk Touch on us. It doesn't have much durability, but probably enough to, I guess, grab some stuff. What do we get? Ancient soul berries, ancient vines. I'll take them. Just trying to see, is there anything else that would be reason for me to keep looking in here before I just teleport away? I mean, like, maybe down there. There's some cool ores down there, it looks like. I'm going to call it quits. Because I don't even want to look for the ores that we need. I want to just have them placed gently in my lap. Okay? And you can do that. Yeah, or at least allegedly you can. And that is where these come into play. Laser drills. So although the ores, if I left click on them, have no recipes, the raw ore does. Obviously, you can decompress a block. You can decompress a block automatically, or you can use a yellow laser lens in an ore laser drill. Now, they do have specific biomes that they have to be in. For example, this one has to be in the biome that you find the actual ore in. So I have to do this in a deep dark biome. The Vibranium has to be done in a Warped Forest/Crimson Forest. That's obviously where it says you find the ores. And then Unobtainium is in an End Highlands. I should also mention, if there are weird cuts and edits throughout this time of the year, reason being is I get pretty good allergies and whatnot, hay fever and all that fun stuff. So there's constant cuts for me to sneeze. There's going to be like, I'm going to get really nasally at some point, more nasally than I already am. So just be aware that is on the horizon. But yeah, so I'm going to try to do this stuff. So to start us off, let's go ahead and automate these things if we can. So, we need a pickaxe to begin with. Okay. You gotta love when you click on something and it's just like, I don't know, only one of the things is blue. To be fair, that's probably the hardest thing to get, so I'll take it. But ore laser base. We are going to need 3 of these. But we sort of only need 3 of them, so I'm debating whether we even automate it, but... I mean, it's kind of just nice to have, right? Can I get a stack of you? Brilliant. By the way, last episode as well, we set up auto smelting for ingots and auto doubling with ore hammers. Currently, we're using copper ore hammers because I've got a platinum one in here, but somebody made a great point about that. Alteran mentioned using platinum ones instead and just sucking it up and taking this hammer that we have in here into our inventory, and I probably should do that because the copper hammers, obviously, they break quick. They're not building quick enough, so it's a little bit annoying. Although, did I put a requester in for this? Shall we just have 6 copper ore hammers ready? I mean, that sounds like that'll solve. Arguably, I'd want 32 of them. Right. So then this guy should just order 32 of them. once he feels like it, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. What am I doing? Nobody knows. I'm making patterns. Yes. So, first pattern is this guy here. He's going to also need vibranium gears and all the modium pickaxes automated. The gears are going to be easy in terms of how to craft them. Not easy in terms of I don't have any vibranium. So we are going to have to actually go look for some. I know I said that we were just going to get lucky, but or just, you know, place them in my palm. But sadly, that's not a thing. The pickaxe, however, we should be able to do this guy. So he's going to need rods and plates. And as you can see, you can just craft them. Now, there is an alternative. But it still uses 4. I was going to see if any of those were a little bit more efficient. The rods are just 3. Yeah, there you go. It's kind of nice that I don't have to make a machine to justify my actions. But there he is. So, all I need now, well, is vibranium. So, yeah, okay, so we're going to be automating vibranium first, is essentially what that means, because obviously we want to make 3 of these ore drills. So, we need to go to a warped forest or a crimson forest, and we need a mine at Y level 100 to 123. Now, the problem with this is that our nether dimension was generated before the mod was added, which means I'm going to have to go far and wide. Does /TPR? No, /TPA. What does that do? That does nothing. /TP, that's all I've got. TPX? What do you think that does? Nothing. Okay. This is extra commands needed. I was going to see if one would just, like, send me to a random location. Because obviously, you know, in a new world, you wouldn't have to worry about that. What this means is I'm going to have to go further beyond. Okay. Alright. Alright, so before we do this, I'm probably just going to have to travel really far. Hope that I get lucky. What I'll have to do is I'll have to go ahead and make that dimensional card we were talking about. Because, yeah. This guy needs Mendelevium, which I know you get from Wither Skulls, which we now have in our system, courtesy of our external storage in the other area, which means I should be able to add that as an actual crafting recipe now. What is this guy? Yeah, I guess that's fine. So this is not a pattern grid. Okay. I thought we would have had a pattern grid there, that's fine. And so what I want Wither Skull, right click, dissolved into this stuff. And the main thing is obviously the Mendelevium, but we'll include the other ingredient there just so that, you know, if we ever do need that, we know that we've already got it automated, because, yeah, that'll be quite handy, I guess. So we'll jump down here, and that should take care of that, which means if I wanted a dimensional card, I should be able to order it. It wants us to craft 4 nether stars. And so if I search nether star, I should be able to order 4 more myself. The reason I'm doing this is because I've got 1 card already built, so I'll take that out of my system just before we craft it to make things easier, which means we probably actually only need 7 nether stars. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll let him do his thing. There's going to be a lot of, yeah, just a lot of this, I imagine. I've also just discovered that we probably want pipe upgrades in these guys. Can I afford 4 of these? Yeah, they're pretty cheap. I was just trying to like, do we want to do it? Yeah, we might as well. They shouldn't be taking this long to craft, to be honest. We probably need to upgrade our crafters even further. But we'll chuck these in there, and there. And that should hopefully, yeah, speed up the item outputs and stuff. What's this guy doing? He does have a stack upgrade. He'll get there. Alright, so we've got all the stuff in here, but it refuses to craft. The recipe does exist. You can see here we've got the combiner recipe there. I can paste it in. Oh! Wait, does it have to really go in the exact way? No? Huh. I don't know then. I know that there's bits that like sit there. Okay, I guess it's working now. Like there's like preview versions of the stuff, but regardless, I don't really know what the deal was there. That's 2, that's 3. Are we still waiting on stuff? We are. We're still waiting on a little bit of this titanium. Which will probably be better if I chuck it in here, because it'll actually split it up equally. At least somewhat equally. Okay, cool. Sure, yeah, alright. In that case, let's go ahead. Essentially what this will do is it'll allow us to use our system through a different dimension, which sounds pretty good. So while we're in the nether and we forget something, we don't have to come all the way back. So this guy should be craftable. Available is 7. He doesn't have to craft anymore because we're going to use one that we've already got. And I should just be able to click craft. And we should have, hopefully, in not too long, one of these cards. There we go. Alright, sweet. Dimensional card. Or dimension card. Chuck that in there. It will now use 8,000 forge energy per tick. This guy looks like he can keep up with it, at least at the moment. And so, everyone's marveling at my beautiful make it go daytime thingy thing. Yeah, alright, well, here we go. Boom. Yeah, so I'm going to have to travel pretty far. And I don't really have a way to get around that. Outside of, I mean, I could upgrade my jetpack. The only problem is, I'm kind of limited by, like, the server, whether it can keep up, even if I do make this jetpack, you know what I mean? It should be fine, though, so we'll head out here. It's quite unfortunate, because we are in, like, a warped forest, which, was that one that this guy needed? Yeah, warped forest, so no vibranium there, sadly, but we'll have to travel far and wide, so we're here. I'm trying to see, like, there's a few little claims out in that direction. I may just head as far north as I can and hope that no one else has been this way, so it'll generate brand new chunks. How does that sound? I say that sounds marvelous. And, boom, we can access the system. How cool is that? And in terms of our jetpack, that should remain charged as well. You can see it's a little bit uncharged at the moment, but if I land, it charges back up to full. Or I guess if I stop using it. So yeah. I'm also not traveling full speed at the moment. As you can see, there have been some people in these areas. I can bump my speed up. And then just, yeah. I mean, all this travel is going to happen off camera for the most part, but I guess you guys will be able to see my path of reckoning. The other problem is, like, I'm pretty sure the stuff's not, like, that common. You know what I mean? So even if we are in new chunks, I won't know. At least for a little while. Until I get lucky. On top of have traveled far enough. And I also think a lot of this is going to be me just, like, digging in straight lines, I'd imagine. Because I doubt it's just going to be open space. As beautiful as these areas are. There's one of these natural spawning things. Yeah, okay. Oh, we've got some extreme reactor stuff. I don't even know what this is. From extreme reactors. I guess I'll grab it. Yeah, I really don't know what that stuff's from. Or for, I should say. Insanite. You can make out of this. In a reprocessor controller. This stuff can make insanite blocks? What's the difference? Oh, inanite. Insanite. That can make a philosopher's fuel, which is, I guess, an ingredient in the Oldemod star. Which is ridiculous. Oh, God. I'm scaring myself looking at these things. Cool. And is that just all it does? It might also be like a cooling block, maybe. I know the reactors need that stuff. Okay. I'll grab some of it. I'm sure when we get around to it, we're going to need a lot more. I could probably... Wait. How does it look with... Is that better to see for you guys? I think it might be. The other thing is, while I'm here, I might pick up a few more spawners. Purely because, well, yeah, we can use them. Now that we have apotheosis, we can actually just use them. There's benefits to it. Oh, look at this. Ah. You see that? I didn't even see... Oh, my... Oh, yeah. I was just talking, I was like, oh, there might be a bit of lag as I'm exploring. Once I find a new chunk, I'll set up a share stone. And then Crypto's like, watch for lava to start flowing. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Obviously, if I've been here before, the lava's already been flowing. Since I'm new here, the lava starts flowing. And then just around the corner is some Vibranium. How cool is that? Oh, perfect. All right, I will set up one of those share stones. So these guys are from the Waystones mod. We'll make a brand new warp stone for it. And what it does is it's a shared one, for example. So for example, example, if I set this down, anyone else that has, I'll say new nether chunks, and what's the date today? I'll do that as well, just so that, you know, if there's another update in the future, we know that this isn't up to date. But new nether chunks, there we go. But if anyone else has one, just like this, someone's got a nether ancient city hooked up. I think this would be Tourette's place, set up on the share stone as well. How cool is that? So you can come over here. And I can pick up my Vibranium. Now I've got Fortune 4. I will actually try to see if you can shapeless mine this. Ooh. Do you guys think of what I'm thinking? I might need an All-the-Modium pickaxe to mine this. That would make sense, wouldn't it? I'm also probably going to put an actual waystone here so that I don't need to go through a waystone, a share stone to get there, right? That makes sense, I think. So I'll place this here. Vibranium. Perfect. Okay, by the way, might I just say, this biome is not what they said it would be. Did they? Yeah, Warped Forest or Crimson Forest, and we're just in the Nether Wastes, allegedly. Unless the biome changes right next to us. Nether Wastes are all around us. All Nether Wastes. Huh, cool. Ah, let's have a restart. Okay, we're gonna head back. Not because I don't have the ability to make an All-the-Modium pickaxe wirelessly, but because I need to upgrade either my tool to mine All-the-Modium, or like Vibranium, or I need to put Fortune 4 on it so that we actually get value. Or, yeah, probably just that, right? If I had Vibranium ore, I could, crush a spirit it. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. So I probably want to apply Fortune to it. In terms of being able to mine All-the-Modium, I don't think it's an option. The only thing I could think of would be if you could put some sort of like smithing thing on this. But I don't even know how this stuff works. Smelter prism, eternal, demolishing, fiery, Paxel, okay. All of this is just all mine colony stuff because I think you can give them the mine colony things. Okay. And if I right click on the ingot, what is there? There's a Vibranium upgrade. Okay, and it makes a second Vibranium upgrade. Gotcha. I think? Yeah. Okay. Alright. All-the-Modium upgrade. And you can apply that to all of this stuff. Alright, I think we'll just make a pickaxe. Why not? And I'll just have to either transfer the enchant across or, I don't know, do something messy. So over here, we've obviously got our library. Inside here, if I search Fortune, this guy can withdraw a Fortune 4. There we go. Cool. I'll take it. And then we've got our enchantment applicator, so I'll chuck in my pickaxe and this guy. And it should apply Fortune 4 to him. Ooh, he only got Fortune 3. Unlucky. Very interesting. We can try... Obviously, I think that should have worked. But we can try to withdraw a Fortune 3 book and put that on top again. No, okay. Yeah. Okay. Is that really Fortune? Yeah, now we can't even withdraw another one. I was gonna like try a different anvil or something like that. Okay. I mean, yeah. At least now we know, I guess. Alright, but here we are. Vibranium. So, I will try again with the shapeless mining. We'll dig this guy up. I will try later with my Paxel to see if I can just mine it for some reason, but I'll try this for now. If you're playing on a server with a little bit of ping, you may have to mine it more than one time just so that it like knows you've mined it. Maybe. Oh, actually, no, sorry. I said that from habit. It's just because you can't shapeless mine it. You can't ulti-mine it. It's a little... It makes you think you're on a laggy... See, drops instantly. It makes you think you're on a laggy server when in reality, You're not doing too bad. So yeah, we don't actually have to mine too much of this to get what we want. That should break soon, hopefully. But yeah, we should be good. Now, the next problem we have is, do I just want to keep looking for more here? Or do I want to go to the actual biome that they said it's meant to spawn in? You know what I mean? Like, I still don't really know why it was here. Oh, but there's more. Okay. Alright. Totally, yep. Makes sense. You know what? We've got 6. I haven't been able to find any more just yet. But that it may just be enough. Because if we can double this, that'll be at least 10, right? And we can all hammer it. Beautiful. So we double this. And then we can make, at the very least, these... Oh, we can make 1 gear. I would need 8 of this stuff to begin with to double it. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So close. And then this guy's just diamonds and stuff. Okay, yeah. So I do need a little bit more. All right. Oh, excellent. Oh, fortune, come on. We need 2. Just 2. Oh, and there's 1. We're good. All right, we ended up getting like 13 of it, which is pretty good. So I'll head back home and process this stuff up. And all should be forgiven. All right, all hammer. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. Turn all of this into double. Gives us 26 of it. Beautiful. Smelt that up. Instant, quick, smart. And then I think we're pretty much good, right? If I search laser or laser base, diamond gear and gold gear, which I think I'm going to autocraft anyway because these laser drills actually require them too. So we're going to grab that here. Diamond gear, gold gear. I guess we'll do this one that uses iron nugget rather than whatever else that stuff is. I also need iron nuggets automated. I still haven't done that yet, which is a little embarrassing. Boom, 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 boom. This horrific recipe or this one? I'll choose this one personally. I don't know about you guys. I just kind of like this one a little bit better. And then, all right, all laser base. I can now craft 1, so we shall. It's on its way. On top of that, laser drills. Now, you can place a decent amount of these, like a crazy amount of these drills connected to the one base. And yeah, that's all I've got for you. But it gets a little bit painful just setting them all up. In the past, what we did is we created like a bulb almost, like a giant orb of this stuff. Let's also autocraft these things because they are pretty good. Automate the block charges. Bada bing, bada boom. That should be nice. There we go. All right, advanced charger. 10 of those, please. So we'll probably use that. Gates. I'll just use 5k. I'll use a 5k gate for now. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it with the other stuff. In terms of add-ons, we don't have these auto-crafted, and I probably do want them to. So by that I mean, oh wait, do we have them somewhere else? No. Okay, I just thought I did for some reason. Speed upgrades, efficiency upgrades, and processing upgrades. You can place all of these upgrades in every single one of these machines from Industrial Foregoing, and they get pretty ridiculous. So they'll be auto-crafted too, hopefully. In terms of our laser drill base, we've got one. Awesome. There he is. Now we need some drills. I'm going to get at least 9 to begin with, and we can get more later. That's just going to need nether brick. We've got plenty of netherrack, so I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and automate nether brick. Nether brick. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Awesome. Now, I could put bigger recipes in here, right? Like craft 64 iron with 64 dust, and then it'll put that much more in. Realistically, if we get the next crafter, I don't think it even matters. Like, if I just push this to a netherite crafter, then I don't think it's a problem. And we can afford one, apparently. Although... Oh no, it's just crafting bit by bit. Okay. I can craft... Yeah, hey, it's saying we can craft it, which is... Yeah, that's very weird. Why was it showing me all... Oh, because I think I did it through there. Okay, but yeah, I should actually be able to genuinely craft this guy. By clicking that. And then it should be, this guy's 125 times faster, so he just won't care about the rest of that stuff. I've got no patterns on me, so I should be able to pick this guy up. Wait for him to drop. Place this guy here. Nope. Alright, there we go. Now he's where we want him. We can put all this stuff in, and it should just be better. You should be able to do that. So if I search nether brick, for example, and I order, I don't know, 10,000 of the stuff, because of course, it should be able to put a bunch in. Yeah. I mean, yeah. There probably is still a benefit for doing stacks, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world, regardless. Laser drill, 9 of you, please. Get that cooking. On top of that, we're going to need some lasers. Specifically, a green laser lens is what we're after. So that is going to be this recipe here in a dissolution chamber. So I can either do that manually or I could do it myself. It's just going to be 4 panes and a green dye. So if we search for our cactus, grab one of those out, and then search glass, we can go ahead and make some panes. No problemo there. There we go. We just need 4. Go ahead and smelt up this piece there. Search for our green. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to make that stuff. Just the laser. Oh, I keep thinking it's further away than it is. Do we still have our night vision on? It is bright as bright can be over here. I don't know if... Let me know what you prefer. Like, do you like it being this bright? Because it's very bright on my screen, but I could fix that for myself and then have you guys still have it be this bright if that's how we feel. But yeah, it is quite bright for me. All right, this guy is almost done. Longest 2 seconds of my life. Okay. Here we go. We've got our green laser lens in here. We should have all of our laser drills. And we've got our laser base on us. We should also have a wireless charger. We'll just need 1 for now. And then obviously the end gate, which we have as well. That's pretty much everything. We'll probably also do some like entangling. I'm guessing we'll entangle this chest. And we'll just store everything we get from it also in here. Because that sounds like a pretty good idea. Yeah. I mean, that sounds pretty nice. Sweet. Alright, let's go. Now, one problem is that although we have... it's not really a problem, it's half a problem. Although we found Vibranium here, this isn't actually, like... This isn't where Vibranium should be, right? It's a nether waste. I need to go into one of those whitelisted areas in order to actually get this stuff. You see here, it says, like, I have to be in those biomes. Warped Forest and Crimson. And so, that's what we need to find. To find it, it should actually be quite easy. We should have a nature's compass somewhere. It's in one of our many backpacks. There we go. Open this guy up. Search. We'll go warped. Warped forests are a little bit nicer, I think. Click search, and it will say, hey, 500 blocks that away. Yeah, we can get there. Alrighty, warped forest indeed. What is all this stuff? Nether blue topaz from GregTech, as well as nether topaz. I guess, sure. So here we are. This is the biome of choice, apparently, and so we're in the soul of it. I guess yeah, the vibranium does look a lot like the warp stem, so that makes sense. On top of that, is there any other requirements? Minimum Y level 100, maximum 123. So I think you can configure that in the actual drill, but we may as well just go up there. So pretty much just above Y, whatchamacallit, 100. So we'll dig up a pretty big tunnel like this. Make sure that we're well into that area. Well, there's actually like a proper level up here. Sweet. That makes my job a little bit easier. I'm just trying to think of where's a nice spot to put it. I mean, we are where we need to be, but I do want to be a little bit higher, just so that we have room to like build under later. You know what I mean? If that's something we want to do. Okay. Yeah, I don't like how like big the roof is. Is this right next to it? Is this a crimson? This like small little area here? It is. Nice. Okay, sure. Well, we're here. Cool. We have some. Oh, I've got a strider spawner. That's pretty fun. I'll just go up a bit, I think. And this area looks quite nice. So here we are. This is our new home base. I've obviously got to clean it up a little bit. It's not the prettiest thing, but yeah, she'll do. She'll get the job done. Jump over here. Turn that guy off. I probably will turn the night vision on for you guys as well, so you can at least see what's happening a little bit. Okay, so torch. Let's grab a feral flame lantern and light this guy up. I was gonna just leave it how it is, but we will get a little bit of light happening over here. Okay. Or laser base goes right there. By itself, doesn't do anything. I chuck on a laser lens. It's set at depth 110, because that's where we're at. Cool. Good to go. I believe the more lens we put in, the better, so arguably I should have made more. That's fine. We'll cross that bridge in a little bit. And from here, we need to place laser drills facing this guy, essentially. As well as, I need to actually get the items out of this. So I think we'll do some double entangling action. And by that I mean, also, F3G, are we in a chunk? I think we might be in a perfect chunk border. Oh yeah, we are. Awesome, that's gonna be convenient. All right, so this guy will go here. And we're going to have, I guess this guy here. Sure. And our waystone can go there. And this will be the new Vibranium. Beautiful. So, job number 1 is to figure out what my keybind was that I set. You know how I set that keybind to do stuff? I don't remember what it was, but I've got a new keybind that I pressed instinctively. Let's search tool belt. I want it to be this, button 5 on my mouse. So now I hold this, and I can just select the stuff I want. How cool is that? So he's going to go there. I will set him to output on every side. He'll push front, left, back, right. I guess he doesn't need to push on the bottom, so we'll keep that there. The front we want to push, the top he does not need to. Cool. And so that should auto push into here, but it shouldn't auto push into drills, which don't really have an inventory. And so once this thing reaches the bottom, you'll see it goes from no target to finding a target. And the default range, if you click on this guy, is like a 3x3 in front of it. So you can have them all the way back here and still be touching. You just got to make sure they're facing the right direction. What I'll do for now, I had a few plans, but yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll break all this and I'll go boom, 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 and then boom, boom, boom. And that's going to be my starting area. So all of these should find this guy. They'll obviously need some wireless. We'll probably move the wireless in the future, maybe, but for now, I think the max range should go there, right? Because 1, 2, 3. And yet this guy can also just reach these ones as they are. So if we put one of these on each corner, or on each side, that should be able to power everything. So we'll give him power. He should in return power all these guys. They're all going to need these add-ons. I don't know which ones they need. And it's also odd that it hasn't started crafting this guy. Are we missing something? We're missing glass panes. Gotcha. Glass. Can I get 1,000 of that? Oh, that's all of our sand. That's fine. It'll give us something to do, I guess. I didn't think about that too much. All right, we'll chuck those back in there. I'll actually make quite a bit. Because then that will allow the add-ons to craft, obviously, all the processing ones. And then we'll be able to see exactly how much can go into each. And we'll go from there in terms of ordering a bunch more. So yeah, this guy already is processing. You can see this progress bar is filling up to 100. It gets something each time one of these completes their job. And their job takes about 3 seconds to complete. So every 3 seconds, a little bit of progress is made before this laser pulls resources out of the stratosphere or something. Can I really not order 6 of these? Come on, man. That should be like very quick. Yeah. Hop to it. All right, we've pretty much got everything. So I'll grab one of each of these, or I guess, a stack of each of these. Can you shift right click? No. But if we put in speed and then efficiency and then processing, that is what they'll take. They'll take one of each. So I guess that makes my job quite easy. Just put one of each in these. And as you see, it goes from taking 3 seconds to about 1 second, which is pretty cool. Now, the problem is it looks like there's a bit of power struggle that happens. And I'm sure that will only increase as we put more and more and more in. Processing, that'll be the last one there. What have we got? 2 more. And a speed upgrade. We just need 1 of each. Well, we need 3 of each, I guess. All right, that's the 3rd processing. All right, processing taken care of. Excellent. Speed, I need 2 more. I'm sure they're already crafting. And then efficiency, yeah, 2 more. Once again, probably already crafting, but I'll just help make sure that is the case. All right, so in terms of power, they're definitely struggling. This guy's not, but the actual machines themselves are in terms of getting the power. So we probably do want a few more of these. I'm probably... I guess we can keep using these gates. They're pretty cheap, pretty expendable. So if I chuck these two here, and we actually make like a little back area to go over here, and place these, and then I should be able to just easily do that. They'll have plenty of power, and that should be enough to keep these guys running. Obviously, we're going to need more when we add more in the future, but for now, that should be fine. Add-ons, that should be good. This guy just needs efficiency, and then this guy needs those two. Sweet, we're good. So currently, here's what we're getting. As you can see, no Vibranium just yet. We're getting coal, some glowstone, nether quartz, some full glowstone blocks, osmium. So you get a decent amount of stuff, right? You get a little fair share. And it's all just using power. So if you're making your power sustainably, you're good to go. What I will do is I'll jump back and we'll make 5 more of those lasers. I think that is the play. So we'll go in here, smelt up 5 more of these, take some glass panes and go and craft those. F3G to stop the chunk borders. Go to travel too far again. This guy, oh, we're actually out of latex. That's a surprise because we shouldn't be. I guess what I need to do is let this guy know, hey, by the way, spoiler alert, there's actually a bunch of latex right there. For that, I need the wrench. Remove that and set that guy to extract. And then this guy should fill up with plenty of latex. Beautiful. So, I'll grab my green dye, my glass panes, not planes, panes. There we go. Boom. One of you. Oh, it didn't actually come with me. One of you, and 3 of you. Oh, this is really cool. Check out this. Oh, I did the wrong thing. But if you put okay, give it a second. You can just shift click the stuff in. I think. Or at least I can shift click some of it in. Alright, we'll wait for this guy. It's fine. He'll get there. He'll get there. He's just happy to have some latex running around. These guys still running good. These guys can take upgrades as well. There's a lot you could do. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Come on, man. Okay, yeah. If I shift click cactus, it'll all go in. If I put 1 in and then shift click the glass panes, it'll only place what it can. So I can... Once it's done crafting this stuff, I'll be able to show you more. This guy, by the way, only has 1 speed and 1 processing. He doesn't even have an efficiency, so we could probably help that along. We've got 1 efficiency here. Will that work? Yeah, that will. Oh, what? I think it went into the wrong spot. Let's place that here. I don't know if that just does power or if it actually goes faster. I think it goes faster though. The only other problem is I don't know. Okay, he won't take another efficiency. They used to take more than 1 of stuff. He won't take another speed, I know that. So he should take another processing. That's my understanding. Yeah, there we go. So he should actually be even faster, right? This is the one downside of using the requester, is that like, it's just running. You know what I mean? I could probably turn off the requester, I imagine. Yeah, I could have it require redstone. And then what I could do, on top of that, is I could have a bunch of redstone lining each of these up. And then I could have it where I press a button on a remote control I have to turn all of them off, right? That way, if I want to use a machine, I can just turn them off. Usually this doesn't happen too often, so I'm not too worried about even doing that at the moment, but I guess he just got through all of our latex, which means I now have to sit here and do nothing, which is already annoying. Can I push the latex back out? I can. Awesome. We'll make use of this latex at least. It is really tempting. Alright, let's try this again. Glass and glass. I just need 1 more after this. Come on, man. Sweet. Okay, we're good. We're good now. I'm even going to turn this off because I don't want to lose that latex. That's fine. Okay, cool. So the add-ons are in there, whatever. We are after our laser lens. 5 of them. They do not stack. There we go. And we will quickly head back to where we need to go. Vibranium town. Cool. And so I believe if you chuck more in here, the rate at which you get the green stuff increases. That's my understanding. And we'll see if, I don't know, we get lucky straight away. No. But we should, is the point. We're in a warped forest. If I walk all around here, it's warped forest. There's no accidental different biome that we're in. All warped forest. See, pair it up. We're starting getting a little bit more green. Come on, man. This guy himself doesn't have any upgrades. Oh, do you think he can? Let's take one of each out. Boom, boom. Oh, he takes processing upgrades. He won't take a speed upgrade. Cool. Well, yeah, sure. So what? How does that change? What does that do? Does he just go even faster, does it look like? Honestly, I cannot tell. Whatever the case is, I mean, he's getting stuff. He's just, yeah, he's still not... I'd love to see at least one Vibranium before we kick off here. And attempt to do anything else, because... Yeah. Oh, you do get great tech stuff as well. That's pretty cool. Now, there is something else. We could try... Well, I guess it wouldn't even be... I was going to... Oh, there we go. We're going. I was going to say we could increase the depth by a little bit to make it perfectly centered, but it pretty much is. Like, I think that would be perfectly centered. Or maybe even that, sort of in between 111 and 112. But hey, our first Vibranium ore, and we didn't have to look for... Well, not our first, but our first from the machine, right? And that's pretty cool. If this guy's running 24/7, that's awesome. Obviously, the more of these drills we hook on, the insanely better it will be on top of that. And they're not too bad to get, and you can get away with making, with just putting a bunch of, like, unupgraded ones in there, right? They're all getting enough power, right? I just want to make sure. Yeah, looks like it. Cool. Sweet. A little bit more? Sure. So, honestly, our issue at the moment is actually, latex. Because you know what? I'll finish hooking this guy up as well. Let's go ahead and jump back home. What I'm going to want to do is grab our entangled binder and start sending this stuff into our system courtesy of this guy here. We'll do that. In terms of automating the smelting of every single thing we have, until we've got a decent ore duplication method, I don't want to do it automatically. I'd much rather individually do that, if that makes sense. How do I mean by that? Well, what I mean is that our furnace is fast enough that I don't think we'll ever have to worry about smelting too many things at once. And so I'd rather just hold on to that stuff so that possibly we can duplicate it in the future or do something with it maybe, but that's just what I'm thinking. So, if I right click here, does this stuff start getting taken out? I've set him to auto push, obviously, on every side. But it appears as though that is not taking place. Here's obviously the netherite chest in the overworld. I guess what I can do, chuck this guy here. Switch this for the wrench. Yep, boom. And now that's gonna work. Yep, there we go. Not the fastest thing ever, but this guy's also not the fastest thing ever, so I guess you'll probably have no problem keeping up. At least for now. And on the bright side, we'll get some cool stuff like Vibranium ore. We'll put a pipe upgrade in. Who are we kidding? Why not? Chuck in an advanced one. That'll keep us covered for a little while. So yeah, with our first bit of Vibranium, we could order some other stuff. For example, we could push for like all the modium and all that. And we probably will in the next few episodes. But we definitely should look into upping our crafting for these things before we do that. Like getting more latex flowing. All that sort of stuff. Let's chuck this guy in there. That'll clear this guy right out. Beautiful. This guy as well, what we can do is claim this chunk and chunk load him. And that should take care of things in the long term as well. Jump back home. Okay, so we now have Vibranium that we can also double entering our system. I would like a Vibranium furnace. You know, I'd like it. Maybe. So yeah, I would like to make this. Obviously, we need a little bit more Vibranium than what we've got at the moment, but we're honestly not too far off. A little bit more of this stuff, obviously doubled and whatnot, and well, we'll be there. Okay, so we're going to want a lot more laser drills, not only for this thing we built today, but also in the future. For that, we're going to need either more fluid extractors or chuck some add-ons in them. And I don't know if the add-ons are worth it at the moment, because obviously they cost a lot of latex to make. But we can chuck the stuff in there. What does it do? It takes it to less than a second. Like, it's pumping out latex at that point. Whereas currently, it takes 2 seconds. Okay. So the change up is pretty good. He does start going pretty fast. We'll probably need multiple power guys here as well. So yeah, how's the latex look? Are we actually like keeping up now? Maybe? We might be. We honestly might be. Yeah, kind of. And honestly, it looks like we pretty much are. Sweet. Yeah, I'll take it. So if we chuck more upgrades into each of these, right? So currently that's just half of them. I guess it's a little bit more than half upgraded. But if we make more, speed them all up and all that fun stuff, we could then just make multiple dissolution chambers quite easily, right? Just the thing is, I don't know if he'll use both. I don't think he'll use both. I think he'll use whatever he's got, maybe. But I could then put it into all the ingredients into a chest and split them up. That should work too. Maybe. It's interesting to try. I do want to. Let's give it a try. I'm going to grab a crafter out. We'll grab a dissolution chamber, or at least attempt to order one. I'm not sure how long it will take for the ingredients to shop. Actually, it shouldn't be. It's not being used. So that should actually be fine. And it is the machine. It obviously wouldn't use the machine to make the machine. So we'll break this. Chuck that there. We will disconnect that. Because obviously that's going to put the wrong things in the wrong spots. That should be fine. We'll chuck this guy here. Put the same crafter here. And so I don't know if this works, but I would like to try it. I'm going to take out all of these patterns. And I'd like to double them. So I'm going to run over here and attempt to double. I've turned off my system. Someone was trying to use something that involved nighttime, and I didn't want to steal that from them. But we'll chuck this here, take that out, make a brand new one, right? So we'll do that for everything. Put away some of this stuff, and I'll be back. All right, so I've duplicated all the recipes, and we'll see if by putting both of the recipes in both of the crafters, if they'll use either one to craft when needed. Because I don't really know how it's going to work. So currently the bottom one's crafting. Are we going to see stuff happening in the top one as well? What's going to happen here? All right, there's stuff in the top one. So if I search add-on and I wanted 4 efficiency ones and I order that, will they go into both or just into one? Is the question of the day. This guy's received one. Okay, they've both received one. And they both received both. How cool is that? So it will actually use both of them. Awesome. Obviously, I need some importers on this guy. But that seems pretty neat, doesn't it? Okay. So yeah, this is totally dope. We can expand this guy like crazy. The problem that I can see, though, is that it is painful making all of these patterns again. I don't know if there's an easy way to duplicate a pattern. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I can just, like, I'd love to just be able to copy this thing. You know what I mean? But it doesn't really look like it's a thing. Even if it was in, like, the crafting grid, that'd be a nice way to do it, but sadly it's not the case. Okay. All right, so let's consult the alternative. The alternative, I say consult, we'll give it a shot, is what I meant to say. Oh, I've already got these on us. The alternative involves a chest instead. So we'll grab one of these guys. And we'll put stuff in the chest and then have it move the stuff away. Now, the risk with this, this is the first chest we've had since the quest got added. The risk involved with this guy is the stuff not going where it's meant to go, right? Because obviously there's a bunch of weird ingredients that all go into these machines. And so this could become messy, to say the least. So I'll pick this up. There we go. Okay. I think that guy will get picked up pretty soon. And then I will place our one here. This is our new crafter that will take one of each of these. I guess they stack. I never knew that. That's pretty cool. I guess maybe you can make multiple at once. Yeah. And this guy will place them into a chest potentially when he needs to craft stuff. And then from there, the stuff will go to and fro. I'll remove that real quick. Hopefully that didn't take anything out. I don't think it did. And so then we'll be putting the pipe upgrade in. And I believe I want this guy to do nearest first. Because ideally, yeah. Ideally, one ingredient comes in for like one recipe. Oh. You can already see the problem. Okay. Fixable. Fixable. I need to tell this guy. Ooh. That a pulse inserts next set. Okay, we're gonna have to do a little bit of work on this then. Oh, this is gonna be one of those ones. It's gonna be one of those ones, guys. It's fixable. It's completely doable. Let me show you guys how it's done. Okay. So, I'm trying to think of like a better spot to do it all, because in front it's gonna get messy, whereas behind here kind of looks nice. So, crafter into the chest. Essentially, we want to do what we did with the energizing orb. Is what the plan is. Crafter into chest. Yep. Ta-da! No, crafter into chest. This guy will exist. Maybe, I don't know. From there, we will have a... We can use integrated if we want, or we could just use comparator. Comparator. We could use the tiny comparator. Yeah, let's do tiny redstone. Yeah, tiny. Let's get 2 of these guys. Might be 3. Let's get, no, I've given up. We'll use integrated because I've got them vertical and I don't want to have to deal with all that stuff again. All right, cables. Inventory reader is what is required. Looks like we don't have one. Inventory reader. Order that guy. Looks like he needs what? 3 chests? Inventory reader. And then a redstone writer. One of these guys. And then that should be good. I don't think we need much in terms of like logic. We will need 1 variable card just to grab the first thing, but that should be fine. Okay, so we'll attach these 2 here. One will be a redstone writer on the crafter. The other will be an inventory reader. Essentially what we want to do is if the inventory is not empty, so in other words, if it has stuff, output a redstone signal. And then once it's empty, the redstone signal will disappear, thus providing a pulse that inserts the next step. That is the fundamental here. Fundamental science. And so I can take this stuff out. We can chuck it back in the system. And I'm just going to cancel that craft and like have it go again, I think. Oh, it's not even crafting here. What? It's not even like waiting for it. I guess because I picked up all the patterns. You know what? That makes a lot more sense than whatever I was just thinking. All right, so we'll chuck 1 of each in here. And so it should just work. To put it simply, it should just simply work. Yeah. By default, I believe this guy is on nearest first. I think that's how he works. Just by default. I guess we'll see whenever we happen to order something. Let's search add-ons. I would like, I don't know, 4 of these, perhaps? Let's see. So far, nothing. Half. The other half. And then, wait for it, half. And the other half. Beautiful. What I would like to try now would be a slightly better pipe upgrade. But any pipe upgrade, I think, is instantly just the equivalent of having this guy. And so then the question becomes, do I want it redstone controlled as well? Right? Do I want it to not run until it should? Which is a weird thing to say, but it might make sense. If I pick this sink up, if it lets me, this is worth it, what we're doing here, trust. We'll disconnect this. Tell this guy for the water to pull from behind, and that should get water put in there. Beautiful. What we will do now is get another redstone writer. We're gonna have to do a little bit of logic here. And essentially, we don't want anything to come out of this chest until we say so. The question is, when do we say so? No items can come out of this until this guy reads it. Yeah, because if this guy reads not empty, output it. Because the thing I'm worried about is that the items will go too fast for integrated dynamics to keep up. And I've seen that happen before, where it's just the items are out instantly, and there's not enough time for this crafter here to get that redstone pulse. So if we say, hey, you can only take the items out when there's redstone, and the redstone only happens when the same thing happens for that. You know what I mean? I'm struggling to explain it, but the logic's there. So all I need to do is hook this guy up, grab a variable card, and tell it the exact same thing. Inventory not empty equals output redstone. So place that there. And so that should work. We should, when we order this stuff, have it all work. So I can go back to my add-ons. I could say I would like 4 speed upgrades. And it should fill up this guy a lot faster now, is the idea. Boom. Instantly filled. Boom, boom, boom. Sweet. So, and there's more waiting, which is... how much is waiting? Huh? What? There shouldn't be that much waiting. No, there should. Is that just one recipe? Yeah, that is. Okay, yeah, that's perfectly fine. I thought there was double of everything. I'm like, it's doing 2. But that's perfect. Okay, cool. So all I need to do now is just make dissolution chambers stacked to the ceiling, and we can then craft an insane amount at once, which is awesome for what we want. And then we just have to scale up with the with everything else, with the latex. Oh, this is perfect. Yes, what a successful episode. Finally. The successful one. And we didn't even touch Great Tech today. Okay, we've currently got 8. I've currently got 2, sorry. I'm going to get 8 more to get us to 10. That needs latex, which we haven't automated yet, but once again, I feel like we rarely use this stuff to the point where I don't think we need to automate it just yet. Although I guess it's used constantly in these laser drills, so it might just be worth, doing it. I don't know. We'll see if we can get away. We'll see how long we can get away with it. All right, 8 of that, please. Boom. The other problem with automating it is then like that's another use for our latex, which is like a little bit painful. That crafted quick. So, boom, 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 boom. I realize now, as well, not only does this look hideous, but they'll need power too. And so I'll probably have to do ender gates or something. I'm not too sure what the plan is. I do want 2 more of those. Please. Before you start crafting anything else. Maybe. If I asked really nicely. What have we got? 2. Perfect. Alright, so that should be 8, which should be perfect for what we are doing. Yep. And then obviously these guys all need to fill with latex. Also perfect. And then all I need to do is slap on these. And that is perfect. Beautiful. They've all got their latex. Some of them don't have power for that. Honestly, once again, these ender gates are pretty cheap. I could just order 10 and it doesn't really put a dent in my pocket. The only thing would be the crafting time for it. And even then, I don't think it's that long. Like, all it needs to craft really are a couple of these ender cores and a couple of energized steel. And that should be quick. I'm saying that as I'm watching it not craft it quick. Oh, no, there we go. See, that's pretty quick. And there's the rest of them. Beautiful. And so then I just slap these guys here. They're all powered. Oh, I will need add-ons for them, but that should be fine. The guy at the bottom, he's wirelessly powered anyway. So that's all fine. All well and good. That slime wants some. He ain't gonna get some. I'll be happy. Currently. I am. Do we want to put add-ons in all of them? I think we may as well. Right. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay, I will also deal with this guy. Huh. Look at this. If I put a processing upgrade in here... Oh, no, you can put a bunch in. Okay, for some reason it wouldn't let me put a bunch in before. Speed upgrades, you can only put 1 in. Oh god, this is very many. Okay, so speed upgrade, efficiency upgrade, and then 2 processings. Cool. And so I'm going to do that in all of them. Efficiency, speed, processing. Okay. Alright, but yeah, if I order these, they should come in quite quickly. Because each of these is just going to keep filling up, right? And so in theory, our production becomes that we can craft 10 of these at a time. And obviously these guys are going to be pretty slow. But they're going to be faster than not doing it. Right, surely. I think as long as we put the speed upgrades in and efficiency, that should be better than nothing, I'd imagine. All right, but yeah. So this guy is, in theory, good to go. Sweet. So, for example, if I go back to my drills and I want 9 more of them, we're pretty much wrapping this episode up. We should be able to do a lot more next episode is my main point. But if I order that, we should hopefully see these guys start filling up with stuff. I think they need something built, right? Yeah, they need these guys built. And so each of these flawlessly should have their own recipe all the way. This guy should get some, right? Because I think you need 9 of them. Yeah, there we go. And this guy should get one as well, maybe? Or is the bottom one done? Bottom one might be done. But hey, that's pretty good. Sweet. And so all that stuff's crafted at once. In terms of latex, I think we're doing pretty good. The fact that they all crafted is awesome. There's about 2 buckets in each of them. Some have 5. The ones at the top have a bit more. For obvious reasons. Sweet. Oh, yeah, how do I... What are you doing? Sticky keys is already off. Man, I'm being trolled. Oh, I need to turn off the keyboard shortcut. Yeah, there we go. You know what? While I'm here, every single one of these shortcuts, pointless. Horrific. Alright, but I genuinely am very happy with that. The last thing I would say would be to check Vibranium. We've still only got 6. I'll say that's concerning, to be honest. Because the guy's been running. You know what I mean? Or at least he should have been, and I don't think he was. Because that's the only reason I can see why we wouldn't have another bit of Vibranium. Would be that this guy just wasn't running. We've got him... No, we don't have him force loaded. Oh, because I've got my limit. Hold on, let me just cheat. There we go. By the way, I am interested. Is the limit on force loaded chunks a performance thing? Or is that a balancing thing? You know what I mean? Like, am I meant to use different forms of chunk loading? Is that a possibility? I'd like to know, because obviously I don't want to cheat if that's not the purpose. But I've always seen that as just a server limitation sort of thing. Because I don't know. Let me know what the deal is there. Regardless though, that guy should now be force loaded, which means if we go back home and we double check our Vibranium, it's currently at 7. It should actually go to a higher number now if we actually do get something new. But obviously, it's just a waiting game at this point to even see if that happens. But that'll be it for this episode. We'll go and... you know what? I'll jump back in to grab a good old-fashioned thumbnail. How does that sound? Boom. Beautiful. Honestly, although the Vibranium is like the big thing of this episode, I almost feel like our little chemical dissolution guy over here. I feel like this... sorry, our dissolution chamber. I feel like this guy is the real winner. He's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. We do have some Robert lore to get to. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Hopefully that egg wasn't important to the story. Alright, here we go. Robert lore part 28. Chapter 21, The Travel Beyond Valleys. Day after day, night after night, the cycle continues. Through the storms, snow, and harsh desert heat, nothing stops Robert from finding the one. The one who can repower the lost energy he once had. The king empowered him like redstone to a machine or fire to a furnace. Robert had been lost, his fire had been left unattended, and is to die out any day now. Who else would empower Robert? Who will relight his cold flame and let it burn bright again? He didn't know. Robert once enjoyed the way the old lord had taken care of him, fed him the most prestigious variants of seed and corn. Robert wants nothing more than to bask in that joy once more. Robert will find the one, and their bondage will burn bright. And once again will Robert crush his enemies with his fiery might. Once again, almost on cue, the horrific sugarcane monsters of the depths come into frame. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you're having fun. Hopefully you're enjoying the series. If you're not, sorry. Unlucky. But hopefully you are. once again, let me know about the night vision stuff during the daytime, if that's annoying or if it makes the video look better. Like, from my end, it looks worse with it on, at the moment at least, without any settings changed, but I know YouTube makes it a lot darker, so let me know how that goes. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll probably say it 20 more times. Thank you to our donators and channel members. Thank you to our tier 3 channel members, Melizzy, Andre, and Final Phoenix 13. And thank you for watching the video, obviously. Pleasure doing business with you. Thanks for the view. I'll be keeping that. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next one, hopefully. Goodbye.